Hi guys, I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be my thoughts on the first round of the 2022 NFL Draft. Overall, I thought round one was pretty good. There was a lot of good defensive selections this year. There was some really good defensive selections this year, more than there normally would be, but there's a lot of good defensive selections, and there's also a lot of good offensive selections too. I think the team that did the best in the first round was the New York Jets. They accomplished a lot of what they needed team needs wise. There was a lot more trades than there normally is in the first round. There was a lot of trades and a couple big trades too. The Tennessee Titans traded A.J. Brown to the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Baltimore Ravens traded Marquise Brown to the Arizona Cardinals. So a lot of trades in the first round, really surprising, and some good players went to some new teams. Now, time to get to the main focus of the video. How did the Steelers do? The first round, I thought the Steelers did really good. They finally did something that they were not able to do in years past. Draft a quarterback. They finally have drafted a quarterback. I have been saying this for how many years now? The Steelers need to draft a good quarterback to have a replacement for Ben Roethlisberger. And I think they have finally done it. Now, a lot of people don't agree with this pick. They think he's going to be a bust. I personally don't think so. I have watched what he could do in Pittsburgh with the Pittsburgh Panthers. So, in the first round pick, the 20th pick, the first round pick and 20th pick of, the first round pick, 20th pick in the draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Kenny Pickett, Pittsburgh quarterback. I am very happy about this pick. This is the pick I wanted to happen in the beginning. Now, there was a lot of rumors going around that Pickett would go early and the Steelers would have to draft Malik Willis. And I have nothing against Malik Willis. I think he has a lot of potential. But I think the Steelers did a good job with picking Kenny Pickett, and I'm very happy about that. Now, what's the plan with the Steelers and Kenny Pickett going forward? Well, as of what I know right now, the plans is Kenny Pickett is going to have a position battle with Mitchell Trubisky and Mason Rudolph for the starting spot. Now, of what I heard, Mike Tomlin has said that he's more favoring Kenny Pickett being the starting quarterback with Mitchell Trubisky being the backup and Mason Rudolph being the third string. Now, that's not a bad thing because they said the reason why they signed Mitchell Trubisky was to have him as a backup if the Steelers picked a good quarterback in the draft, and they did. Now, like I said before, a lot of people are saying he's going to be a bust. Even one of my friends at school today told me he was going to be a bust, or he's worried about being a bust. And yes, I agree. A lot of quarterbacks that come to the league in the first round are bust because typically they play on a bad team. But the Steelers are not a bad team. There's a lot of good things about the team, and there's some things you need to fix. That's football. You got to get used to it. There's things you do good with, and then there's some teams about the team you need to fix. So, overall, the first round was pretty good. I was pretty happy. I was really happy with what the Steelers should do. Now, how is the draft going to go moving forward? I have no idea. I don't know how many trades will actually happen in the second round. Now, hopefully, the Steelers are able to get some their team needs. A couple of the Steelers' biggest problems right now is the offensive line. The offensive line was not good this season. After a lot of those veterans left, we had a lot of rookies, and they are still developing, and they still have a lot more time to work to be a great offensive line. And one of the biggest problems is Ben Roethlisberger was being sacked too much, and the defense was getting to the ball too much, and that's why I believe Ben Roethlisberger throwed some picks in those games, because he didn't have a long enough time to throw the football, because our offensive line wasn't as good as it was before. So I think the offensive line we can use. I would say definitely the Steelers need more wide receivers. We don't have Juju Smith-Schuster anymore. Unfortunately, he left the Steelers. He went to go sign with the Kansas City Chiefs, which I'm not mad about, because the Chiefs are my favorite second team. Yes, my Steelers will always be my number one, but my number two would be the Chiefs. But I'm not really mad about that, but the Steelers do need to have to go after some wide receivers. Our wide receivers are not that bad. The only problem that we really have is wide receivers dropping open balls. You got to make these catches. You got to. If you want to win games, you got to make these catches. Other than that, that's our only really team needs. I think all we need is more offensive linemen, maybe a couple wide receivers. I've even dealt with maybe a couple linebackers and cornerbacks as well. Um, you know, linebackers, we haven't been doing so well since Bud Dupree left. So I think fixing up our middle linebacker position and our right linebacker will do us a lot of good. Cornerbacks, we have a lot of good cornerbacks on our team, but their age is catching up to them, so we need to get some younger ones. I mean, yeah, we do have a couple young ones, but we also have a lot of old ones as well. So, that's my thoughts on the first round. I thought the Steelers did good. I thought overall the first round was pretty good. So that's my thoughts on the first round of the 2022 NFL Draft. And if you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace, period.